It's that black eye. It's just,
Yeah.
like it's just suck me in the vortex. It's all the vortex. So that's how we should start this off. We're sitting here. I'm stunned, and we're rolling right now. It's because this thing right here is the vortex.
It's reaching out to everybody out there.
Yeah.
With our hearts,
Uh-huh.
with our intentions, and it's really about us connecting. And look how amazing it is that we bump into each other. Well, you're launching your incredible book that I have a copy of called An All-Inclusive Diet. I just want to congratulate you first.
Thanks.
I mean,
With me here, my buddy Sujon, and he's giving me lots of positive energy, positive vibes, because that's what he does. He's the positive energy, positive vibe guy. You can tell him exactly what you do.
Well, I'm the urban mystic, and I'm related to the father of yoga and meditation. His name was Paramahansa Yogananda, and I've lived quite a life. I started off thinking that I had to get an education, which I got my education and got a job and did really well in corporate America, but left all that to really pursue what's in my heart and why I'm here. And so basically I help people open their hearts to themselves, and I really want to help people become inspired and empowered with their lives and understand that all the stuff that's surrounding us means nothing. There are no rules, so to speak. The only rule you have to stay with or keep in your mind is to be real and authentic. Just live what you want to live rather than following others. And that's what's happening in our world. All the chaos that's going on right now, it's incredible. And it's really to help us raise our consciousness and become aware of the things that are holding us back. We're essentially wanting to release all the stuff that we've held on, which are other people's beliefs. And it goes right down to how our parents were with us, the parenting skills that they had, and we're trying to resolve all that all the way through our lives. But what I'm finding out is that you don't need to go through it all the way through. Just resolve it now, and then actually shed the mask that you put on and live your life fully based on what your heart's telling you. Because that's the only way we're gonna be able to raise consciousness, is to really love ourselves. And most people don't know what love is, to be honest. But when you start to realize what love is for you and live that way, then you can actually make a change.
Question I want to ask you, because love is based on everyone's perceptions, and I've heard a million different definitions of that. So what is your perception or definition of what is love?
Baby, don't hurt me. Well,
tell me.
This is a huge question. Right?
Sure it is. That's why I'm asking you. I'm putting you on the spot.
Love cannot be described. It's indescribable. If you can describe what love is, then I don't know what love is, because it's so put into a box. Love is everything, much like God.
Took the words out of my mouth. So it's infinite. It's indescribable.
And it's when you're in a zone of complete. You're letting go of all the blocks, all the parameters, and all the boundaries. That's when you know you're hitting love. When I can just look at you and go, I love you. And there's no judgment or preconceived concepts of what that means. Brother to brother, being to being, energy to energy.
I thought in some cases that, I've got to, for example, some of my mentors, before I met them, I met them online, and I got to know them through the education, through the courses. So I never had them physically in front of me. But if you had asked me, do you love that person? I would actually say yes, and I would question myself, how is that possible? Because I've never actually met that being. I've never really exchanged, what you would call real energy and physical presence together. But I honestly can say that I love that person. I love their message. I love their energy that is coming through digital forms.
But what if there were no beliefs? Can you just love just for the sake of loving, meaning honoring, respecting?
How about this, honoring, respecting, what we are made of, what everything is made of, what we need to create, what we need to sustain, which is energy. So when I said, I love that person, I love the energy that I have found in them, okay, that I'm able to bring into my own being, right, and basically continue to cultivate, and they give me the sustainable push, right? So that's really what I'm connected with, because I don't even use the word love too much.
Yeah.
I've been using connection. Because for me, everything is energetic, everything is about power and empowerment.
What if you looked at even a higher level for a second? And that higher level is to say, that person is me. I am
The us. He's taught this lesson to me before.
It's the we's. It's we, right? Because you really are me.
Yeah.
I am you. And if we talk about oneness, that's what we...
Hey, I'm wearing blue, you were wearing black. We are different. But he's totally right though, because we're always looking for indifferences. Right. But the ironic or the paradox of it is there's really not much indifferences, and I'm talking genetically. Okay, we're genetically closer to chimpanzees than you really know.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to tell you this because I've been on Netflix, I've been reading books, I've been on YouTube, and what's been really on my mind lately, and it's curiosity beyond belief, is this stuff up here, this time, space, and as you mentioned, energy and matter, and that's what really I've been focusing and thinking about. And we just did a seminar this week, and what I said, this is how I started off. I said, in the beginning, there was nothing, but there was everything to create anything. And what I meant by that is that any creation, or the blessing that we all have to recreate ourselves, right? You know my backstory, and that's what it essentially was, transformation or recreation. Really all we need, is time and space, for ourselves, to become energetic so that we can create something that matters. It matters to us.
That's right.
So it's interesting, you just used matter, and it's like, are we, it's us, it's we.
We get it.
That's
right?
why we are thinking the same.
This is mother. This is mother. Right? This is mother. This is mother. Mother meaning that we take this energy and we are creating matter. We're using mother, matter, to really become what we want. It's your choice.
Yeah.
If you want to have a grudge on somebody, that's your choice. If you want to be free to create whatever you want, that's a choice. So whatever's getting in the way of that is what we're here to look at and become an actual witness. We need to come out of our bodies. The spirit has to come out of our bodies to actually witness the patterns that you have.
Yes.
And that's where I come in. And we're all trying to manifest something. And manifest man, and manifest is mind. Fest is celebration. So all we're here to do in manifesting is to celebrate concepts that we have received in our mind and share it with the rest of the world. That's what manifest is. But we're so self-absorbed sometimes. We're so, we want to get something done, and when things go off and they're not working the way that you expected, we lose this momentum, and we miss out on the lessons of where we need to flow. But if you just let go, and it's hard, complete surrender is hard. This is what I've been testing for last year.
You look like you're pretty surrendered when you walk through the door of this bookstore here today. You just casually strolled in, and I haven't seen you in months.
What's up? I was wearing black.
The guys from California, he ain't even from this place, you know what I mean? So he's from LA, for crying out loud. You look pretty casual just walking into chapter.
Yeah, well, thank you. I mean, again, proud of you, and congratulations on your book. And I know it's going to be very successful.
Just one creation of hopefully many.
Yeah, and I know where your heart is, and I love you, brother.
Yeah. So we'll take a little break from signing books to teach you how to on yourself, and that's because we're in the well-being section. Seems to be a common theme over here, because there's another book. We'll call this one The Subtle Art of Not Giving. So there's a lot of that stuff going on in the well-being section. I'm going to show you some of my favorite books here. It just happens that my mentor's book, Mr. Brendan Burchard, is here with his High Performance Habits. This is his new book. And actually, I just went down to see him in San Diego and was at his High Performance Academy seminar. It was just absolutely amazing. You got to check out Brene has, I think it was a TED Talk or some sort of famous YouTube clip that you have to watch. Just search it. It's probably the first one that comes up. But it was an amazing speech that she made. Amazing author, actually, too. Haven't read this particular book. One of Mandy's favorite would be The Secret. She actually got this as a gift for me. I haven't read it yet. Another iconic book. I think it was probably back in maybe the early 19th century, so the turn of the century. This personal development, self-development, well-being sort of became a trend, and a lot of teachers came out of that era, including Dale Carnegie. So this is a very old book. It's iconic when it comes to the personal development space. So Stephen Covey, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I remember reading this probably like 20 years ago, and it's got some great exercises in it. One of them was to create a personal mission statement, which I created one, and I still actually have it. I have it memorized, and I still pull it out of my own archives and in my mind, whenever I have to remember what the things that are important to me, the things that I need to do. I remember my mission statement was all about my family, so there'll be times that I need to pull that out to make a decision, just remember my why or what's important to me. And it was this book here that started me on that journey.